to rise from the play of the national anthem. Quick look at the starting lineup for tonight's game.
Alright, so gentlemen, we're going one tonight.
The race in the 90 team, they will start number 39 in goal. Number 17, Martin Brown. Number 7, J. Grant. Number 8, Siobhan Reed. Number 10, Mikhail Ellis. Number 20, Nick Dantel Ellis. Number 22, Javon Brown. Number 27, Tanish Richardson. Number 31, Jamoy Jones. Number 80 is Javon Basco. And number 99, Dean Andre Thomas. The Racing United team is coached.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to the live coverage of the Jamaican Premier League here on Monday Night Football. Of course, the host here at the Sports Complex, Arnett Gardens,
Number 7, Jamon Shepherd.
will be taking on third place Racing United. A number of regular starters for Arnett Gardens missing tonight. Of course, chief among them being Rashiki Kilson and Fabian Reed.
Kevin Wilson. Number 22. Number 21, Charlie Nelson. Number 31, Giovanni Taylor. And number 32, Rashid Green. The Arnett Gardens team is coached by Philip Williams.
Racing United currently third place in the standings.
Moment of silence.
We'll have a momentary moment of silence here.
You can't get the same shot as me. Wide shot if you give me that. Remember, you give wide, me give me them. Sharp.
10 points off a top 6. 10 bomb class fights off a top 6. Yes, over there. 10
Sharp. I think they're supposed to have the wide, right?
MG Sports and check it out. MG Sports. You can't win the escape.
Look on Jamaica Premier League YouTube and you'll find it. Jamaica Premier League YouTube and you'll find it. One Lola.
Yo, you alright?
Lucian Anderson, a soul, rest in peace.
There we have it, folks. Moment of silence is completed, and just shortly before we start the game, I have to make mention that I am your play-by-play commentator for the night, John Stewart, and beside me I have Leger Williams. Leger, what are you expecting from the game tonight?
Yeah, it's a fantastic clash usually when these two teams meet. 5 meetings between the two teams so far in the Jamaica Premier League over the past 2 seasons, well, 1 season and counting. 3 draws, an emphatic win for Racing in the opening match week of this season, and Arnett Gardens winning a game last season. So it usually produces fireworks, and most importantly, John, it usually produces some fantastic goals. So that's certainly what I'm on the hunt for tonight.
And speaking of goals, we know of the prowess that Tajay Grant possesses as they look for him early here in this game, trying to get it out wide to him on that occasion, unable to. And that's cleared by Thomas. Unable to find him. Crunching tackle. And sends that clearance all the way down for a throw in to Racing United. Racing United coming to this on really good form. 3 wins in the last 5, 4 in the last 6. And apart from Tajay Grant, they do have a number of players that can pose a threat in the attacking third. Of course, chief among them being Nikhil Ellis. But now here's Grant on the ball. Tries a back heel and thought he had won a throw, but decision goes against him there.
Yeah, something to note before, well, as this game has begun, there was some rain and some serious wind right before proceeding, so this typically excellent Arnett Gardens turf has gotten a little bit of a light spray, so we should expect the ball to move around in slick fashion as there's a foul on the far hand side. Looks as if it's against Ricardo Thomas. It was playing at left back for the team today.
And as I mentioned before, number of absentees tonight for Arnett Gardens, especially in the forward areas, and that sees number 31 Giovanni Taylor start tonight. The free kick comes in there to Jamon Shepherd, who's captaining the team tonight, and a shot from distance, and ultimately that goes wide from the young man Taylor. But what are your thoughts on his performance, not just this season for Arnett Gardens, but in the recent under-20 qualification campaign?
Well, he's a fantastic talent and has been for quite some time. We saw it for Jamaica College. We've seen it for Jamaica under-17. We've also seen it now for the under-20 team, which he actually captained some games for as well. So certainly a talent not only in terms of his play, but he's also held in very high regard in terms of his leadership. And that bleeds out, I think, in terms of what he can deliver in what you would say grown men football, as an attempted pass from Tajay Grant just about cut out as Arnett Gardens look to launch a quick attack, which will be snuffed out by Racing captain Markovich Brown and then Aaron Enel. But yeah, certainly a super talent. Obviously, Arnett Gardens not having the best of seasons. You could hear a lot of disgruntled fans before kickoff, not only about their league position, but also the number of points they are behind the top 6 race. Not a position they're used to being in. This Arnett Gardens team, of course, one of the most successful teams in Jamaica Premier League history. They're certainly playing and looking quite far off that prestige so far this season. As a former Racing United player, Romain Bowers gets in a bit of a clash with, well, you can say Racing United star boy since they have come back into the league, Nikhil Ellis. As Markovich Brown now prepares to take a free kick just inside Arnett Gardens territory.
Brown over the free kick. Sends into the box towards the back post, aiming for Grant. and headed on, but easily claimed there on that occasion by Jadine White. Also not necessarily first choice, but stepping in today, and that ball goes all the way through to Ricardo Thomas, who's done excellently at that left back position. Cross comes in and deflected away by Grant there, and that will be a corner kick to Arnett Gardens. Almost hurt them on the counter attack there. Didn't seem like anything was on, but poor first touch leading to that opportunity, and Ricardo Thomas will quickly go across to take. Arnett Gardens, one of the more unbalanced, however you say it, teams in the league. Score a lot, but they tend to concede a lot as well. But they'll be hoping that their attacking prowess can get them over the line on this occasion at home. Corner comes in from Thomas and headed on by Joel Jones at the back post. Couldn't direct it on target, however.
Yeah, Joel Jones had a fantastic season last season in terms of scoring goals from corner kicks, from set pieces for Arnett Gardens. His headers certainly proved invaluable in terms of getting them points, especially in big games. I'm sure you'll want a do-over in terms of that one, because not the best attempt. Speaking of do-overs, Racing will want a do-over in terms of playing out from the back, because they've given up possession here, still haven't dealt with it, and they just about have now as Javon Brown finds Tajay Grant.
We spoke about young talented players early on. Kevon Wilson, he's one such player. He's been getting a lot of game time recently, and the ball coming in here, and Nick Ellis got the return pass, but perhaps a bit too much pace on it and couldn't quite trap it enough to generate a chance there in the box. Arnett Gardens have their blushes spared on that occasion, and with the form that he's shown in front of goal, Ellis could have made something happen there, but for now they remain unscathed. Ball into Taylor, loses it, and a shot from distance there by Jeremy Nelson, but always rising over the bar.
Yeah, Arnett Gardens certainly not shy about trying some efforts from range. We've seen one from Gio Taylor, now from Jeremy Nelson.
Sent downfield, trying for Grant there. The ball from Jamoy Jones, but not on target at that occasion. Bowers up to Thomas, and Bowers receives it. Looking crossfield, trying to find Ricardo Thomas, and he does. And he has the beating of his man there. Whips across in, and it's cleared only as far as Giovanni Taylor. A poor clearance, but Arnett Gardens won't mind. And the young man we've just spoken about has registered his 4th of the campaign.
Yeah, poor defending that from Racing United. First of all, in allowing that pass to go over the top for Ricardo Thomas. Then that cross not dealt with effectively. Gave another chance. And a man in the form, a man with the prestige at his young age, that's not a chance you want falling to him. And he certainly tucked it away with aplomb. His father on the bench, I'm sure he's quite proud. Arnett Gardens 1-0 up early in this contest. And if there was any medicine or remedy needed to quell the fans, quell the anxiety in this stadium, that goal, that early goal, certainly was that.
Arnett Gardens number 31, Giovanni Taylor, the scorer.
You can see there.
So Arnett Gardens 1, Racing United.
As play resumes, Arnett Gardens do have their goalkeeper, Jadine White, down, but apart from that, they'll be content with their opening 9 minutes in this encounter. Of course, a win would move them 7th temporarily, and edging ever closer to that vaunted playoff spot. they've had a beating of a lot of teams over the last couple of years, and they've lost quite a number of players. And this year have had a turbulent campaign, but they will all be worth it in their eyes if they can still get into that 6th position.
Yeah, it certainly will be difficult, but that goal certainly will do a lot, not only for their league standing, of course, if they are to hold on to this lead, still so much more football to be played, but also for their confidence, not only for the rest of this game, if they were to hold on and get a victory in this game, but also, I think, for the rest of the season as well. I think tactically they've caused a bit of issues for Racing United early in this game. We'll touch on that in just a few as they look to squeeze a press onto this Racing United team.
Richardson unable on that occasion to find Andrew Thomas and loses the ball, but Racing United get it back with Basco out wide to Taji Grant. Gets it first time. Trying to find Brown, unable to on that occasion. Basco looking out wide for Ellis. Let's head it on for Ellis. Oh, lovely ball into the box, and for a second there it looked as though Dinanji Thomas could have gotten something on it, but White to the rescue on that occasion. He clears it downfield looking for Taylor, the goal scorer, but Jamoy Jones on hand to deal with that.
It hasn't quite been sure-footed by this Racing United team defensively, I would say, to start this game. And I did say that it was, or could be, down to what Arnett Gardens have been doing tactically as they look to steal another one high. Arnett Gardens lining up in what can be seen as a 4-4-2 diamond. Jamon Shepherd and Ricardo Thomas, who's on the ball now, operating in those wide areas. Bowers operating as a sole defensive midfielder. Looks as if it's Wilson and Taylor, very youthful front two, with Nelson in behind. So it is a system that can be exploited, but it's certainly stretching this man-marking system of Racing United quite wide and causing a lot of issues, especially in these wide areas.
Basco gets it out to Markovich Brown. Ooh, slips there in a position they'd hate to lose the ball. And they do here with Kevon Wilson. Jamon Shepherd, his touch takes him around Javon Brown. Advancing here, trying to slip in Taylor, unable to, but Jeremy Nelson gets the ball. Now is Bowers. Chipped pass out wide to Wilson. And looking for Taylor on that occasion, but Aaron Enil does well to come for that with his instincts. And Joel Jones deals with that. Chested pass to Romain Bowes, who gets it out wide to Rasheem Green. Thomas. Nelson loses the ball in the middle of the park. And here's Basco. Doesn't have many options. Goes for goal from distance. And given his lack of options on that occasion, it's a good effort, just wide.
Yeah, on his weaker left side, was always going to be quite difficult to test Jadine White on that weaker left side, but was a decent shot fizzing. And I think because of the conditions, because of the rain that we saw earlier, you will see the ball skipping across the surface. So it's not a bad ploy to try and test the goalkeepers from distance, especially if you can get the ball to just dip and bounce right in front of them. It will be quite difficult to handle. As Basco dives into a challenge, but Arnett Gardens regain possession and win a foul as well through Ricardo Thomas.
And it's only 13 minutes gone in this one, but I have to say, Racing United not necessarily playing like a team that are in the hunt for a title. Of course, a win would get them up to second place, or at least temporarily, because Mount Pleasant have a game in hand. But as the ball goes over the top here, looking for Dinanji Thomas, claimed by the goalkeeper. But as I said before, Racing United, quite the unexpected start to this game. But a lot of that has to do with what you mentioned before, Leger, in terms of the press. But here's Ricardo Thomas now. Cross coming in for Taylor! And it's a second! The young 18-year-old is dismantling one of the best defenses in the league here.
And it's the same attacking setup once more for Arnett Gardens. Pass over the top, down the left-hand side, evading the right back of Racing United. Ricardo Thomas once more turning provider. And the centre backs lost in the middle for Racing as Gio Taylor scoops in to find his second of the game. There it is, one long pass over the top. And it's Nathel Ellis unable to deal with it once more. Excellent cross. And that finish instinctive, clinical. And Arnett Gardens, they said that they were going to start the third round on a mission. Based on what we've seen in this opening 15 minutes, that mission is certainly underway to a fantastic start. Here's the goal once more. That's just a fantastic finish. Any striker across the world would be proud of that one. And Arnett Gardens, fantastic start to this game. Racing United, they have quite some work to do.
A goal that belies his youth. Pretty composed finish in front of goal from the young man. Only just 18 years old. But such confidence in front of goal. And with just 15 minutes gone in this game, Arnett 2 goals to the good here at home.
And it seems as if that Arnett have already found how they can exploit this Racing United team. There are some issues with the Racing United press due to the system, yes, but it's that 1v1 battle that they will be targeting throughout this game, I feel. The young Nathel Ellis in only his second Jamaica Premier League start, facing up against Ricardo Thomas, who, yes, does occupy fullback positions, but is such a fantastic attacking player as well. And we've already seen 2 strong cases in that regard. And he's made Arnett pay twice alongside the young man Giovanni Taylor.
Nelson unable to get to the header there, and he's kicked in the air. But actually the referee rules the decision his way, and that will be a foul to Racing United, which Captain Brown receives, gets it out wide to Jamoy Jones. Looking long for Tajay Grant, but that's headed away by Thomas. Basco turns out of danger past Wilson, looks for Javon Brown. Siobhan Reed.
Racing United have, I think, picked up maybe a little bit too late the issues in their defensive setup, moving Nathel Ellis over to left back, maybe hoping that he won't be as exploited down that side. So already an early tactical shift for Racing. Not the best header from Jamoy Jones, but it will be cleaned up by their captain Markovich Brown, who looks for Tajay Grant down this left-hand side.
Grant skips past Shepherd there. A crossfield pass. And now here's Basco. Ooh, poor control, and he loses out there. But, ooh, Nathel Ellis got the ball back, and no real protest there in terms of a potential foul. Richardson, apologies, not Brown, but could have been a penalty. But now Racing United back on the attack with DeAndre Thomas, and retains possession, but the pass ultimately goes astray there. And for a second, when Tamish Richardson went down, I figure the Arnett Garden fans may have collectively held their breath, but no penalty decision going their way, and score remains 1-0. And Racing United have a throw coming their way. Oh, lovely bit of skill there from Nikhil Ellis, but fouled as a consequence. Sort of pride in their defending that they haven't necessarily displayed for most of this season, but on show there. Ellis will be taking this free kick, but referee just ensuring beforehand that there is no unnecessary shoving going on in the box, you know, the extracurriculars. And free kick to come in. Oh, a powerful one, but not necessarily the most accurate, and that will go behind for a goal kick there. Slinger downfield, and Basco eventually judged it well and was able to get to it, and now that's out wide. And he loses the ball there. Here's Wilson. Bowers. Back to Wilson. Turns. And there's Jamon Shepherd. Jeremy Nelson out wide now, and he can make them pay. And the cross ultimately blocked by Jamoy Jones, and it will be a corner kick. Much to the dismay of Jamoy Jones, but linesman decision is made, and that will be a corner.
Not quite sure if that's just a coincidence, but Arnett have started attacking down this right-hand side now. Seems as if they're trying their best to exploit the young man in Nathaniel Ellis. Has swapped sides at fullback. But nonetheless, it's a corner kick for Racing United to defend. It will be Ricardo Thomas, an ambi-pedal player, good with both feet.
Corner comes in here towards the back post, a player down. Referee waves play on, and Joel Jones loses possession there. Basco looking downfield for Ellis, who shields the ball well, and still coming with it, Ellis. He's driving forward, and eventually foul given his way. Could have called a foul 3 or 4 times on that occasion.
So deceptive with his change of paces, Nikhil Ellis. Once he starts going, it's very difficult to stop him. As Racing look to build another attack, but cut down in the middle of the pitch is Siobhan Reed, and it will be a yellow card for Giovanni Taylor. So he's involved in all facets to begin this game.
And Basco will restart the play here. Just waiting for the referee to give the okay, and he does, and the ball's linesman just waving his flag again due to him not playing to the whistle, having to retake that free kick twice. He opts for the back kick that time to his goalkeeper. Basco gets it back, lifted into the box, chested down towards Grant, but Bowers on hand to intercept. And now here's Ricardo Thomas off to the races down that left hand side. Cuts inside, past Richardson to Nelson. Looks inside and finds Wilson. Trying to get it wide to Thomas again, but the pass cut out on that occasion. Booted clear by Brown, but not as far as he would have wanted. And now Siobhan Reed trying to find his teammate there, Dean Andre Thomas, but unable to. And Jamon Shepherd keeps this in play after an initially poor first touch. Pass was inaccurate, but plenty of turnovers at the moment on both sides, and the press of Arnett Gardens making that possible. Ellis gets it out wide to Richardson. Gives it back to Ellis, who so slight of foot. Markovich Brown to Javon Brown. Ellis out wide again to Bashko. Back to Brown. Jones. Jones has a goal from distance. Not a lot of off-the-ball movement. And he decided as a consequence to go for goal there. And I have no doubt the coach for Racing United, Anthony Patrick, will be a bit disappointed with the lack of movement there from his front line. Had no real options, no runs in behind to spot. And as a consequence, he just had to go for goal there. And as you can see on that replay, White will clear this downfield now. And Nelson, I believe, fouled on that occasion by Basco. And he'll also receive a yellow card for his troubles. Must say, don't think it was perhaps a yellow card worthy offense, but nevertheless, he goes into the book and he'll have to be careful for the rest of the game now.
Yeah, certainly no stranger to picking up bookings is Javon Basco. Certainly one of the enforcers in that Racing United midfield. He will have to walk on a tightrope for the remainder of this contest as Arnett Gardens prepare to take this set piece. Only a couple of meters inside of Racing United territory. Bowers is the one who floats it in, and it does initially fall for Joel Jones. Racing United once again struggling to clear. Still not effectively cleared. And Arnett Gardens with some possession down this right-hand side. Kevon Wilson, however, unable to keep that one in, and it will be a throw into Racing United.
Siobhan Reed now to take the throw for Racing United. Reed looking for options in the middle of the park there, finds Grant. Swivels past Thomas. Now wide to Brown. It's Grant all the way over on that right hand side now. Brown. Siobhan Reed fouled by Shepherd there after it's a brilliant bit of footwork in a tight confined space to beat him. And Brown gets it up wide to Brown. Trying for Ellis there on that occasion, but he's beaten to it by Rasheem Green, and he wisely ushers that out for a goal kick. And Arnett Gardens just at the moment with 26 minutes gone in this first half, just being content with just taking the sting out of the game. Bit of a rushed effort there by the goalkeeper, I have to say. Don't think a pass was on, but nevertheless, the ball's gone back to Racing United, who can now put some pressure on that back line. And that's headed on for Grant, trying to find Dinanji Thomas. Tried to chest it into the path of Grant, and that will be cleared out by Green off of Grant for a throw into Arnett. And I have to say, Arnett Gardens are a team with a devout fan base. As you can see, still a decent turnout despite the weather. As Ajay mentioned previously, pretty adverse conditions to begin with, but seems the supporters have come out in their numbers despite the previous weather report. And now hopefully with this first half performance they can do the supporters justice, the junglists. But now here's Phil Ellis out wide and unable to get past Thomas there. His teammates were urging for a foul, but none forthcoming. A poor pass there by Wilson, and Jamon Shepherd expresses his frustration. A flick on by Grant, unable to find a teammate there. Brown lets that go out for a throw to Racing United. I have to say, Arnett Gardens have done an expert job here at just forcing the frustrated front men of Racing United to just drop a bit deeper than they would want to be.
Yeah, and typically Racing United, they are a team that like to play with leads. They do like to play in a lot of space. A heavy transition team, Racing United, but facing a 2-0 deficit, especially this early into the game, it's going to be difficult for them to generate that space in behind, to play quickly, to find space for their attackers to run into as well. So it will be a tall order, I think, for them to get back into this game, but they do have the quality to do so. It's just all about how they can apply themselves tactically and find some route to breach this Arnett Gardens defense, who you mentioned earlier, John, has been quite leaky throughout this season.
And Joel Jones will just restart the play for Arnett Gardens. Jamon Shepherd indicating where he wants it. But the ups looking for Ricardo Thomas, who's been quite the outlet on that left-hand side, but couldn't quite make something of the ball received there, and that will be a throw-in to Racing United. Now here's Taylor. Leaves it for Wilson, who's fouled, but here's Nelson. Oh, trying to get past Jamoy Jones, who put his body on the line there. He's hobbling, but what a defensive effort from Jamoy Jones to deny Jeremy Nelson, who seemed for all the world to be going on a mazy run to try to get a shot off. But wonderful, wonderful tackle. He had to get that right. Arnett Gardens, though it be in spurts, still mounting some attacks. There's a free kick in the middle of the park now for Racing United, which Bashko will take. Finds Grant out wide. His first touch takes him around Jamon Shepherd. Ooh, not the best of passes there, but does find Ellis. Swivels past his man there. Taylor, the creative hub for this team, looks long, trying to find Richardson out on that right hand side, and he does. And he's beaten to it by Rasheem Green. And Green wins the throw-in. But Racing United still coming clear. Oh, good footwork there. Cross comes in. Looking for Dean Andre Thomas there with that cross. Unable to find him. Now here's Bowers. And I believe that should be a foul on Kevon Wilson, but the referee says no. Bashko looking for Grant in the box there, but only as far as Ellis with that clearance. Ellis still retaining position, though he be under duress, but eventually loses out there. And Racing United still have the ball despite the turnovers. Ellis leaves it for Grant, tried to get the return pass, unable to. And Arnett now, another counter attack. He should be offside, and he is. Giovanni Taylor upset as he had the chance for a hat-trick there.
Yeah, didn't time his run well whatsoever there, Gio Taylor. As Racing United flood numbers forward, trying to get back into this game. This time Jamon Shepherd the outlet, but you can see he didn't curve his run at all, did Gio Taylor. Or maybe the pass just wasn't played early enough. But nonetheless, it's offside. And Racing United off the hook. Racing United just not quite moving the ball as quickly as they need to. Another example there, miscontrol by Siobhan Reed.
And Bashko, lovely turn to get away from Ricardo Thomas. Gets it out wide to Richardson, looking for a crossfield pass towards Tajay Grant. And good defensive work there by Tariq Jones to just safely guide that back towards his goalkeeper, White.
Yeah, and had a lot of faith in his goalkeeper as well as his abilities to safely guide that one back. Attempted pass for Jamon Shepherd, but it's going to be a throw-in for Racing United. Racing United have got to find a way to maybe get some more players in between the midfield and defensive lines for Arnett Gardens. They are only deploying one defensive midfielder. So I think the key is to get players right in front of that Arnett Gardens defense, try and force the defenders to either step out or just allow them to have the space in front of them, which either one can be an extremely dangerous proposition. But staying stagnant and trying to force these passes over the top of a pretty deep Arnett Gardens backline certainly isn't troubling them in any way, shape, or form as Gio Taylor tries to race down another pass over the top. Good press put on as Enil finds a very good pass for Nathel Ellis. And here comes racing once more.
To G. Grant on the ball here. Ups not for Richardson. Instead finds Javon Brown, who finds Siobhan Reed in between the lines. Lovely pass out wide to Nathel Ellis, who has space. Cross comes in, and that's headed away by hands on the ball. Coming in there.
Siobhan realized just how much Racing United unable to find a forward pass until then. Grant trying to advance now, but unable to do so. Jamoy Jones, that's a good pass. Nathel Ellis tries for that outside of the boot shot first time. Maybe trying to catch Jadine White unawares. And that shot not necessarily harmful to the Arnett Gardens newly minted shot stopper. Mikhail Ellis now trying to find some space in the middle of the park. For Racing United, they recycle once more. But once again, Racing United finding space in between the lines and almost making Arnett Gardens pay.
Ellis misplaced pass, released to Jeremy Nelson, getting it out wide to Gio Taylor. He's through on goal here. Up for the cutback. And the finish. Not what it needed to be on that occasion. He had the goalkeeper at his mercy. Unfortunately, couldn't put away the chance for his third of the game.
Yeah, took an extra touch to settle himself. I think he probably should have unleashed there. Once he took that touch, it was always going to be difficult to attempt the lob, even though Aaron Enne left quite some space for him to do so. As plays back underway, Dean Andre Thomas unable to get some space, and it's eventually defended well by Arnett Gardens. But Arnett Gardens doing exactly what Racing United have done so well to many teams throughout this season, getting a lead early and then exploiting space in behind as this cross comes in and headed towards goal, or attempted to be. Less than 5 minutes left in this first half, and Racing United looking to find an all-important goal before the break. Is that going to be a foul? Yes.
Shoving the back there on Siobhan Reed in a dangerous area. And they'll be hoping to at least get a goal back here with just about 4 minutes left in this half. From this dead ball situation. As you can see on that foul, no questions asked. Several players over it, of course. The danger man most likely will be Kyle Ellis.
Seems as if Racing United have left responsibility for this one for Nathel Ellis. Hasn't had the best of first halves. What can he produce here, the young man?
Just awaiting the referee's okay. And Ellis, the younger, to step up. Free kick and shot into the wall, but has a second crack at it, and that's straight into Earl Simpson. Jamon Shepherd awaiting Kevon Wilson's run. But the pass, not sure who that was to. That's easily claimed by Markovich Brown. Jones to Richardson, looking for Reed, unable to find him, but he does find Ellis, who got the pass off before he could control there, but the pass goes awry, and now he's Ricardo Thomas finds Gio Taylor. Went for goal there, perhaps selfishly, as he had Jamon Shepherd to his right.
Surprised that there wasn't an offside flag there as well against Gio Taylor. Didn't seem to time his run well, and you can see it there as the pass is played. This time on a hat-trick, I think his name in his head was filled with lights as Jamon Shepherd was in acres of space to his right. And the Arnett Gardens captain for the day certainly frustrated. Racing United allowing so much space in behind. The space between the two centre backs too wide, but still space on either side of them to exploit. I think defensively on a whole it's been extremely poor by one of the better teams in the league this season. So many issues for them to sort out on and off the ball. And I'm sure they'll be desperate for the halftime whistle so they can get a word with their head coach Anthony Patrick as they try to fix these problems. And Tajay Grant is a lovely player, you know, John. But these movements, in my opinion, aren't quite helping the team. An attacker dropping that deep, condensing space, trying to do it all on his own, and he might, as this one comes far to Siobhan Reed, but he hits his own player on the hand. It's going to be a handle ball against Racing United, and that pretty much sums up their first half performance, that miscue.
Not enough creativity, not enough imagination in that final third. And as you mentioned before, as selfless as it may be, not necessarily the ideal situation you want your star goal scorer to be in, having to drop that deep. It's Bashko trying to shield Thomas off the ball here. Enil smartly gets around Gio and clears into the stands. And just getting the indication there that there will be 3 minutes added at the end of this half. Racing United, should they fail to get a goal with the time remaining, will be feeling a bit aggrieved. Not the best performance from them thus far. We've known them to be a good defensive team. And on that occasion, they do get a goal kick from that, but they've been second best on both sides of the ball here tonight. That one will go all the way through, and there'll be a throw into Arnett Gardens. Into Racing United. My apologies. Sheem Green to take the throw in for Arnett. Looking for Taylor. Markovich Brown just using his physicality to get the better there of the teenager. And Simpson gets a booter on that. And Bashko wins the ball in the middle of the park. Wisely turns away there and finds Jamoy Jones. Has Ellis. And blind pass there. Kevon Wilson now has it. Jamon Shepherd just couldn't quite sort out his feet in time. Loses the ball, but now here's Jeremy Nelson. After a poor clearance here, here's Jamon Shepherd. Leaves it for Nelson. Cross. Back to Taylor. Sorts out his feet. And it's a hat trick for the teenage sensation. What about that?
More poor defending, but you can't take anything away from that finish. They just had an opportunity to break in behind Arnett Gardens. Jeremy Nelson with a very good run in behind, tried to pick out a teammate. Poor clearance from Markovich Brown. And Gio Taylor just lagging behind the play. Found acres of space in the most dangerous area in the box, right by that penalty spot. And I won't quite say he's an expert marksman yet, but he certainly took that finish exactly like one. And Arnett Gardens returning the favor from a beatdown they had at the hands of Racing United in the opening game of the season by absolutely demolishing Arnett Gardens, or Racing United I should say, in the first half of this one. It's been absolutely fantastic. An excellent finishing as well from Arnett Gardens and Giovanni Taylor. It's 3-0 as this first half draws to a close.
And I tell you what, Leger, as we come to the end of this half, you said he's not quite yet an expert marksman, but he's certainly playing like one here in this calendar year. 3 goals in about 3 games for the Jamaica under-20s in the last 3 games. And so far this season already has 6 goals. Must say, stellar performance from the young Giovanni Taylor. What a first half performance. And to do it as well in the context of this game where they've been on a 5-game winless streak and they're without their 2 top attacking players tonight, Rashiki Kilson and Fabian Reed, who has 11 on the season, and he stepped in and deputized valiantly. Some expert marksman finishes, that of a seasoned veteran. Brilliant performance from the young man, and as you can see him just walking off the pitch there, deserves the spotlight, well deserved after a performance like that. And I have to say, should the result remain, they move up to 7th place, and dare I say the comeback for the playoff spot is on. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first half live coverage of the Jamaica Premier League here. Leger Williams and John Stewart, yours truly. We'll be back after the break.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill. Chicken, it have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. Tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better for the better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better for the better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better for the better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better for the better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better for the better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better for the better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better for the better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better for the better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill.
Jackie. I'll make it change, yeah?
Ease up, jungle. Early goal, yes. Early goal,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the second half of the Jamaican Premier League clash between Arnett Gardens and Racing United. Arnett Gardens raced into a 3-0 lead thanks to a first half hat trick by the young teenage sensation Giovanni Taylor. And we're off again here. Joel Jones trying to crossfield pass, looking for Ricardo Thomas, but now the substitute Kadeen Young has the ball, trying for a cross, and that's cut out by Rasheem Green, who's defended well so far today.
Double substitution for the Racing United team coming in the.
And that's headed away there by Simpson and cleared again by Thomas.
Cole. And player number 23, Kadeen Young, replacing player number
Racing United making
99
substitutions
Dean
just to
Thomas.
try get back into this game. Javon Cole being introduced at the break along with Kadeen Young. They'll be hoping that these substitutes can make the difference.
Yes, certainly. Kadeen Young, a standout from St. Catherine High alongside Nathaniel Ellis, well, last season at least. Javon Cole, a player who has been with Racing United for quite some time. Doesn't usually play full 90s, but certainly his energy and enterprise usually is a catalyst for this Racing United team. He's looking to change things around alongside Kadeen Young. It's a tough challenge coming in from Siobhan Reed. No foul called, however, as Joel Jones does well, at least initially, and Racing United in possession now. Reed wins a foul. Javon Brown now operating at left back for Racing. Tajay Grant trying to find Mikhail Ellis, and did, at least temporarily, but Arnett Gardens escaped with possession once more.
Wilson has combined it decently well with Taylor up front so far. Trying to find him on that occasion, however, and that's cut out by Jamoy Jones. Excellent young defender. And that will be a throw-in, and we can see Anthony Patrick over there on the right-hand side, the left-hand side, I should say, absolutely irate, barking instructions, but the ball goes out wide to Kadeen Young. He's isolated Rasheem Green, turns back, cuts inside onto his left hand. Ellis, Grant trying to find Javon Cole, unable to on that occasion. There's a race for the ball there between Thomas and Basco, which Basco wins. Ooh, poor first touch by Siobhan Reed, but still retains possession. Cole. For Reed, Cole gets it out wide, and Javon Brown set himself up for danger there, but does win a free kick, which the referee doesn't like that he took so quickly. And we'll call play back. Basco to Markovich Brown. Looking there for Ellis. And Kevon Wilson brought down there in the middle of the park by, seems to be Siobhan Reed, and that will be a foul.
Yeah, and certainly had a bad landing, did Reed. You can see him there writhing in pain as Kevon Wilson just adjusts his footwear and prepares to go again. Possibly had a poor landing on his lower back. But he will be all right to continue as he's up once more. Basco getting some stern words spoken to him by the referee. Reminder that he's already on a yellow card. Referee trying his best to make sure that everything is in check in a disciplinary sense for Racing United. Jamoy Jones, Mikhail Ellis, Basco all involved. But after the end of all of that, it's just a free kick to Arnett Gardens. A few meters inside their half, which Bowers takes long. Bowers was actually released by Racing United during the start of the season, the first couple of months, and found his way to Arnett Gardens in the January transfer window. Arnett Gardens winning a foul down the right-hand side. High boot, I believe, coming in from Racing United.
That will be a free kick. They'll be hoping to get a good delivery here. Seems to be either Bowers or Shepard to take. And it will be Bowers. Hard and low, but inaccurate. And that's cleared by Grant, looking for Ellis, who's playing a bit further forward so far in this half. And Bowers racing clear, trying to find Taylor. He does, but Jeremy Nelson couldn't quite control that there. And now Racing United are off to the races, no pun intended. And Javon Cole fouled there in the middle of the park. Free kick to Racing United. Reed turns to Basco. Crossfield pass looking for Tajay Grant. Headed away there by Jamon Shepard, and he clears for a throw-in.
Both wingers, if you can call them that, for Arnett Gardens, working extremely assiduously defensively as Mikhail Ellis is upended by Kevon Wilson. Arnett Gardens, I think they will feel that their attacking work for the most part in this game is done. So sometimes even forming a pseudo back six with Ricardo Thomas and Jamon Shepard dropping very deep to help out in the wide areas. You can see Wilson there just tripping Mikhail Ellis. And it will be a set piece. Kadeen Young will be over this one. Does have some company in the form of Basco, in the form of Ellis, but I think they were just offering some advice. Let's see what Kadeen Young, the substitute, has up his sleeve.
Young to take over the wall, but over the goal as well. Unable to quite get it to dip in time. And that will be a goal kick to Arnett Gardens. Another chance goes a begging for Racing United. Not necessarily in a race against time here, of course. Still have about 37 minutes to play. Still in this one.
May need to work on your math just a tad bit there, John. Racing United looking to attack once more, but Tariq Jones will receive a yellow card for this foul. Took out Tajay Grant as he was late in that challenge.
The third minute caution issued to Arnett Gardens number
Racing United on the ball again. Grant gets it out wide to Jamoy. Mokovic Brown rather. And that's headed away by Joel Jones into the hands of White. And Arnett Gardens under no pressure here. best of first touches there. Kadini Young able to win it off his man there with that deflection, but he seems he's left a bit on his man there. Still down, the Arnett Gardens player. Tariq Jones, it seems, is on the ground and hurt in a pretty bad way. Still not up yet. Of course, 3 goes to the good. Will still not love it for a player to have to leave the field at this point. And I must say, with their defensive performance thus far, it does take a selfless approach from each individual. And one of those individuals I want to highlight is Kevon Wilson. Despite being a forward-thinking player, he's done his defensive duties pretty well. And also, must also point out their wide player Rasheem Green. He's held his own here, coming up against one of the standout players thus far of the 25-26 Jamaican Premier League season, to Jay Grant, who's been kept quiet thus far and having to feed off scraps. Looking out wide for Nelson, unable to find him, however, and that will be a throw in to Racing United. And Bowers got a touch on that, and that will be a throw in to Racing. Javon Brown boots it clear, finds Javon Cole. Ooh, poor first touch and loses the ball. Here's Ricardo Thomas, finds Wilson, gets it out wide with a inventive pass there for Thomas, but unable to retrieve that. And Racing United keep it in play there with Basco. He finds Siobhan Reed, swivels pass. His man there, Nelson, and he's still advancing here. Racing United mounting an attack. Tajay Grant in acres of space really for the first time tonight, gets past his man, and the referee, despite his protesting, says no foul. Thought it was a lovely move, however, to get past Rasheem Green initially. Now they're on the attack here, Arnett Gardens, but the return pass there from Kevon Wilson wasn't necessarily the most accurate one. Unable to find Jamon Shepherd there. Markovich Brown has Basco and uses him. Wide to Jamoy Jones. Javon Brown. There's Kadeen Young. Switches over to the left hand side to Javon Brown. Cuts inside. Gets past his man. Across toward the back post. Unable to find it. And an acrobatic effort there. And seems he's also kicked not the ball but a player. Tamish Richardson tried it but didn't come off what we wanted.
Yeah, it seems as if it was Rasheem Green there at the back post, or actually Ricardo Thomas. Certainly got a boot to the face because of that acrobatic effort, but that was some good build up by Racing United. Here's the effort once more. Always going to be an extremely sore one, as the Arnett Gardens man gets some treatment. A few of their substitutes warming up.
quickly returning to the pitch after getting some rehydration there. Since Rasheem Green is still also getting some medical attention. Just momentarily, Arnett Gardens will have to play with 10 men. Clear downfield now by White. Looking for Jamon Shepherd, who heads it on. Trying to find, I suppose, Taylor, but unable to find him. There's Ellis. Twist and turn, but unable to escape the long feet of Joel Jones on that occasion. Now it's Markovich Brown. Tajay Grant. See if he can pick up some steam here in this second half. His run there is cut out there by Devon Wilson. Grant turns. Oh, lovely move to get past his man. And the cross blocked. And that will go out for a corner kick. And just a little glimpse there, folks, of what he's capable of. Lovely bit of skill there to get past Green on that occasion. Thankfully, his teammate was equal to the task to prevent the cross from doing any further damage. But now they're not clear from danger as Kadeen Young has this corner to take. Comes in towards the back post. Headed on, and that's headed clear by Ricardo Thomas. And Nelson's clearance deflected, and that will be a throw-in to Arnett Gardens. Valiant defending, but it seems it's come at a cost here for Ricardo Thomas, who still down after heading that ball clear.
Yeah, possibly that one might have struck him instead of the other way around. Ricardo Thomas. Arnett Gardens still holding firm against this Racing United outfit. It's been a relatively good performance from them so far, silencing many of the doubters that may have been coming their way, sometimes their own fans as well, extremely disgruntled being in the ground before the game, hearing a lot of them share their disappointment with how the season has gone so far. Came into today's game in 10th position, 10 points off the top 6. And especially over the past few seasons, whether it be under the tutelage of Xavier Gilbert or before that Paul Teagat Davis, it's certainly not what they've been used to. Even if we span across their illustrious history in this league, 5-time winners, of course, Arnett Gardens last in 2017. They are the most well-supported team as well in the Jamaica Premier League. And those fans certainly expect more that they haven't been getting this season. But they're making steps to arrest that. And they've done a good job over 62.5 minutes. As Green does a good job of winning a foul against Tajay Grant there.
It's Thomas to take this free kick. Pointing towards Taylor, but pass wasn't accurate enough to get to him, and the Racing United can just come clear with the ball now. Brown, not the best pass in the world, and he's a no-look pass by Wilson to try to find Taylor, and he still has it. Spins, finds Nelson. Thought he would have had a crack from goal from there, but here's Shepherd with a cross, and it's actually found its way to Ricardo Thomas. And ladies and gentlemen, from that distance, you'd have thought he'd hit the target at the very least.
Yes, somehow Arnett Gardens aren't 4 goals to the good. It was a scuffed cross from Jamon Shepherd, but Ricardo Thomas did well initially to work the space for the shot. But as you said, John, he really should have hit the target at the very least with his effort.
But they have a chance to mount another attack here with Thomas. Just the ball into Earl Simpson, venturing forward from his defensive position. Thomas looking crossfield for Jamon Shepherd. He finds Taylor. Shepherd gets past Brown, leaves it for Taylor, who dummies the ball for Kevon Wilson. And what a defensive effort there. And Racing United have their blushes spared once more.
Yeah, they're looking like they're at 6s and 7s, it must be said, defensively. And Kevon Wilson, why didn't he take that shot on his stronger right foot as it rolled across? Here's him receiving his yellow card because of him tracking back, trying to atone for his error, where there actually was no yellow card shown, but here it is once more. Shepherd does well, cuts it back again. Earl Simpson, Angio Taylor, he really should have took that one on first time with his right foot. Kevon Wilson shy in front of goal, and in the end, Racing, as you said, John, their blushes were certainly spared. It's still 3-0 after 65 minutes.
And on your point a while ago in regards to Kevon Wilson not touching the ball, I thought it was especially a wise decision initially by Giovanni Taylor to leave the ball in the first place for Wilson to have the shot on goal, because he'd have been in an offside position. Set him up on a platter there, had space, had time, but hesitated for a moment, and the lack of decisiveness led to not being able to get the fourth goal for Arnett, and consequently also led to a yellow card for himself. Bernardus Markovic Brown on the attack. Cross comes in from Richardson all the way through to no one in particular, but somehow Kadeen Young was able to stick a boot on that, but only into the path of White, who clears downfield looking for Ricardo Thomas, but sort of play, and that will be a throw into Racing United. It seems a substitution is about to be made for Racing, and actually a double substitution.
It will be Ronaldo Lawrence and Deshaun Henry, two young players to be introduced. Kevon Wilson and Giovanni Taylor. So two youngsters for two youngsters in this situation. Arnett Gardens look to inject even more pace into their attack. Hat-trick man Giovanni Taylor substituted.
Levian Henry coming on in a really good position here. Not much expected of them. Of course, they'll want to do well for themselves, but with Arnett Gardens 3-0 up, not necessarily in a position where they desperately need a goal. Have time to just ease themselves into the game, the youngsters. And Giovanni Taylor coming off to a good reception, of course, having had a hat-trick in the first half, and almost certainly winning himself the Man of the Match award as well. He'll take all the individual plaudits after what has been a wonderful, wonderful performance, majestic, clinical performance in front of goal from the young man. Devon Brown out wide now to Kadeen Young, trying to take on his man Jamon Shepherd. He gets past him, and no foul. Tajay Grant leaves it for Bashko, hits it first time, and not the best shot in the world.
Yeah, we've seen him score the spectacular here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex last season. He's trying to replicate that one, but that one going across his body was always going to be an extremely difficult technique. He couldn't execute well enough as that one is blazed wide.
And as we look ahead in the Jamaican Premier League, Arnett Gardens will be taking on in their next game Tivoli Gardens, who drew 0-0 yesterday with Spanish Town Police FC. And And just a quick recap of the other games that took place. League leaders Montego Bay United thrashed Waterhouse 4-0 to avenge last week's 1-0 loss. They move 5 points clear atop the table. Mount Pleasant temporarily moved to second after a 2-0 win against Malines thanks to a Jabari Howell brace, who's been phenomenal for the under-20s, who we just mentioned that Giovanni Taylor has also been great for them. And of course, Romarian Thomas got the lone goal in a 1-0 win for Cavalier over Treasure Beach. And Harbour View as well, must mention them. They had a shootout against Portmore United, as we see Nikhil Ellis here coming clear to G. Grant. Harbour View, of course, lost that game 4-2 despite a brace from Trayvon Reed, who is up to 16 now in the competition, top scorer in the league. But here's a man who's also in that golden boot race himself. Tajay Grant leaves it for Markovich Brown, his captain. Cross, looking for Ellis, unable to find him. And Kadeen Young unable to get the connection he wanted. Cole leaves it for Ellis. Brought down, but no foul. Reed. Richardson turns, has a crack. And seems he's won a corner.
Yeah, absolutely no space for racing in and around the penalty area. Joel Jones trying to engage. Took some contact, but there was a deflection and there will be a corner kick for Racing United.
Young with the corner. And rising highest to head it. Seems was to J. Grant, but just couldn't direct it on target. Good header, however. Just over the bar. And as we get some treatment for White, must take some time just to make note of our sponsors, whom without them it's not possible to bring you this game this season. Want to thank, of course, Ria Neville as always, the Jamaica Football Federation, the Ministry of Sports, the Social Development Fund, CB Foods, Admiral Locker Group, GN Money, Fosca Oats, Powerade, VM Group, iCool, Sunshine Snacks, Chemtech Development and Construction Company, and of course, Sagicor Live. White, it seems, after that corner is still down. And they'll be hoping that it's not anything too serious. They do, of course, have Anthony Bennett on the bench, awaiting in the wings, should they need him. And as we mentioned, Arnett Gardens looking ahead to their next fixture against Tivoli. Must also mention Racing United. Their next game, should they win, has potential to get them up to second, but as it stands, they'd remain firmly in third place behind Mount Pleasant, who have a game in hand. And I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, it does look, with just about 14-15 minutes to go, as though they will remain in that position. But now here's Green. Finds Henry, leaves it for Thomas, back to Henry. He has teammates in the box, unable to find them, however. And Jamoy Jones does a really good job there of getting that clear from the young man, but a poor first touch there from Kadeen Young. Not the greatest of performances from him since he's come on. But now here's Henry. Loses the ball to Siobhan Reed. Javon Brown now on the ball.
Racing still trying to find a way to infiltrate this Arnett Gardens team. And they won't do it there as that pass is overcooked by Siobhan Reed. Unable to connect with Kadeen Young.
It seems Ricardo Thomas is absolutely livid with the decision there for offside, but I suppose that he doesn't have the benefit of seeing the game from the angle we do, and if he did, he'd know that was most certainly the right decision. But now here's Markovich Brown on the ball. Looking long for Bashko. He finds him. Has his man out wide, and Kadeen Young eventually finds Richardson. And that cross is cut out by Rasheem Green, who's defended valiantly at that left-back position for Arnett Gardens.
Another change coming up for Racing United as Giovanni Cunningham making his way on for Javon Basco.
Throw in taken by Richardson there. Here's Young. Cross comes in, and Joel Jones at the near post, able to snuff up the danger there. And that will be a corner kick to Racing United. Kadeen Young will be the one to take this out-swinging corner kick. Teammates gearing up for it here. Towards the back post again. Unable to find Markovich Brown, and now here's Henry. Back towards his defense. Kind of put them under pressure there, but fortunately they were able to clear.
Substitution for the Racing United team.
Enil just opts to boot that downfield. Anywhere will do at this point, given that he was kind of under pressure at that moment, but not the sort of time in the game where they want to be losing possession, of course. Just about 13 minutes to go, and there's still 3 goals down. But they have the ball again here. Now it's Javon Cole. Gets it out wide to Kadeen Young now on this right-hand side. Has the overlapping run, ups to cross it into the box. And White comfortably claims that one. Now is Nelson. Opts not to use the overlapping run, eventually does. Finds Jamon Shepherd. Trying to get it out wide there to Levy. That was Henry rather, not Levy. And Jamoy Jones using his experience there to just guide that, and wins a free kick off of the young man. Must say, Arnett Gardens comfortable at this moment. They've defended well, they've counter-attacked well, and all in all, it's been a pretty dominant performance. Arnett have been good value for this result, and the frustrations just beginning to boil over a bit, as we can see in these challenges. And Javon Cole gets up there. Racing United have a free kick, which they do take quickly. Now here's Javon Brown. Out wide looking for Siobhan Reed. Jamon Shepherd trying to get to it, unable to. And Reed takes it past Shepherd. Wins a free kick off of him. And in a somewhat dangerous position as well. And if they are to get back into this, it'll have to start now with a goal.
Yeah, they have to capitalize on one of these opportunities. Kadeen Young, it will be once more to take this set piece. It will be an in-swinger from that left-hand side. They really haven't created many, if any, clear-cut opportunities, Racing United.
Cross comes in, looking for Richardson at the back post. And seems Richardson's fouled Nelson there, and that will be a free kick the other way to Arnett Gardens. And Richardson down, holding his face. And I have to say, at first glance, I thought Richardson was the one who actually got hit, but decision went against him.
Racing United with another change. Shivani Willis has made his way on. He's replaced Shivani Willis. They're coming on for Siobhan Reed. Arnett Gardens offside against Deshaun Henry.
Enil clears downfield, looking for Cunningham, headed away by Simpson. Bowers does well to retain position there to Nelson, to Levy. Oh, he's found Henry, but Markovich Brown did well there, but that was a poor pass. And it's an offside decision that I think even a blind man could have seen was coming. And it's a poor challenge there in the aerial duel. And fans upset with the decision, but nevertheless, foul goes against Arnett Gardens. That will be a free kick to Racing United. And apologies for the profanity for those viewing at home if you were in earshot there. Less than 9 to go. Still searching for the first goal of this game for Racing United. And seems one of their coaches has also just been yellow carded. Frustrations just boiling over at the moment for everyone, even the coaching staff. Free kick comes in now. And it's gone all the way through. Oh! And the goalkeeper's made a meal of it and still couldn't get it on target to Jay Grant. And now Arnett Gardens have the chance to counter. Oh, lovely pass out wide, or seemed as though it would be. Good idea by Tariq Jones to try to get that out wide to Jamon Shepherd. Just couldn't find him. Goalkeeper NL did his job there really well. And that is a free kick. And a bit of poor sportsmanship there. And a yellow card to Rasheem Green.
Yeah, preventing a quick restart, that a blemish on what's been a very good performance from the Arnett Gardens left back.
Racing United will feel disappointed. They didn't get a goal out of that chance. Following some comedy of errors there, Cunningham takes control of that one. And there's Young. Cross comes in and no one there to tap it home. Went all the way through the bodies. But unfortunately, no one could get their boot on it.
Yeah, and once again, I think that sums up what Racing United have provided. It's nearly for them once more. Kadeen Young did excellently to find his way down that left-hand side after Cunningham provided him the pass, but Javon Cole a bit static at the back post. Couldn't quite steer that one home. And Arnett Gardens, they've been defending well in this second half. A rare lapse there for them, but to no avail for Racing United.
Here's Brown. Looking for Young. And does find him. But his first touch got him in trouble and eventually lost the possession of the ball to Arnett Gardens for a throw-in and a quick counter. If Jeremy Nielsen can get onto that, but he can't, and that's kicked away by the skipper, Markovich Brown, and that will be seems a throw-in, I believe, to a corner, rather, to Arnett Gardens.
I'm sure Arnett Gardens would love another goal in this contest to really amplify what they have done to Racing today. It's been a very diligent performance, capped off by a hat-trick by Giovanni Taylor, who has now since been substituted.
Cross comes in here, unable to meet it, anyone. And Cunningham knows the ball. And a poor first touch there by number 4. It's headed away. And Cole now has the ball and has options. Decides not to go for the early pass to Grant, but eventually does find him. Twisting and turning, but unable to really generate any space. And opts for the back pass to Javon Cole. Tamish Richardson now on the ball. Cross comes in, looking for Kadeen Young. And that will go all the way through for a throw-in to Arnett Gardens, and Young just momentarily went down for seems like a back injury.
Arnett Gardens preparing their last 2 changes now. Tevin Shaw and Kivan Salmon. Ricardo Thomas making his way off. So too Jeremy Nelson.
And I have to say, Ricardo Thomas deserves to be singled out tonight for his performance, of course, playing a part in, I believe, 2 of the goals. His crossing, his work rate, been providing some valuable width for this Arnett Gardens team. Not just tonight, but really the entirety of the season. And if this is to end in a season that they would not have wanted, I think the supporters would still appreciate the individual efforts of Ricardo Thomas. He's been brilliant, I have to say. Just 2 minutes to go in this encounter, plus possible added time, and 3 goals behind here. Racing United desperate for at least a goal here. Ooh, and he's almost giving the ball away. Henry unable to get onto it, however, and Racing get the ball back. Launched towards Cunningham, headed away by Simpson. Bowers just swung at it really, and clearance only as far as Brown. Gets it out wide. Cross. Forthcoming, not really, by Cunningham, but it turns to Willis, whose touch is heavy and loses possession. Strong challenge, a hefty one. And there's a yellow card on Willis, who's upset that he did not get the foul there. Wanted a penalty, didn't get one. And Racing United players kind of upset with the referee, but decision goes against them, and there will be a throw-in to Arnett Gardens.
Yeah, I think Willis might be a little bit lucky to escape without receiving a red card there.
got up in the face of the referee there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Now is Grant. Surrounded by a sea of red bodies, but finds Javon Cole, who's trying to play him back in there, but unable to find Taji Grant. And that's launched out of play. Anywhere will do at this moment in time. They just want the 3 points, the Junglists. And of course, to boot a clean sheet possibly. But they still have time to soil that clean sheet. Racing United. And the throw to just be taken here by Tariq Jones. And it seems it's going to be 6 minutes of added time. Must say, I can't recall a significant injury. Bit of a strange decision to award 6 minutes, but here's Henry. Oh, lovely pass all the way through for Levy! And it's 4! And Arnett Gardens have hit Racing United like a truck. Levy, the substitutes, come on and has hit Racing United out for a boundary. Ronaldo Lawrence, excuse me, not Levy.
I did say that they would be hunting another goal, and that's an excellent one to get. Ronaldo Lawrence has been on the fringes of the game since coming on, but nonetheless he has produced the moment which really has sent this Arnett Gardens faithful into ecstasy. 3 was good, 4, it doesn't come any better than that. Excellent pass from Henry and a brilliant finish to boot. Arnett Gardens, I'm sure they can say that this was a very good performance and a job well done, and just how they would want to start the 3rd round in the Ray and Nephew Jamaica Premier League.
And despite the fact that the day may not have, well, the evening may not have started on the best foot in terms of the weather, the fans can't complain and can most definitely say that they've got their money's worth. They've got 4 goals to witness for their viewing pleasure here at home. It's been a scintillating performance. The result is great, but it's been a dominant performance as well. Of course, most of the goals coming on the counter-attack, but even without the ball for the majority of the game, they've dominated, suffocated Racing United, not allowed them to have the space that they want, and apart from 1 or 2 half chances, really, they've stifled the team in yellow and blue. The team from Portmore unable really to settle in this game as they'd have wanted. And as you can witness there, they are looking out of sorts, out of ideas. And giving away a throw in there in what seems to be a dangerous position. And even with just 3 minutes left, it could get even worse here. And there will be a substitute for Arnett Gardens coming onto the pitch now.
Substitution for the Arnett Gardens team of captain Jamon Shepherd. He was replaced by number 19, Dexter Manning.
Lovely pass here. Trying to find Green, unable to get it back.
Cunningham trying to find a pass, unable to. As time ticks on, 2 minutes to go now in this game. Racing United, I'm sure they'll be pleading for the referee's whistle. It has been a performance to forget, possibly their worst of the season so far. And they, of course, will want to get this out of their system as quickly as possible as their next game comes up on Thursday. Just looking to keep possession now as time ticks on. Racing United coming into this game had one of the best defensive records in the league. And that will be it. Arnett Gardens under pressure, feeling the strain of the season. They've come up against one of the best teams in the league so far this season and have provided an absolutely storming performance. Giovanni Taylor, the 18-year-old, a hat-trick in the first half. And Ronaldo Lawrence to seal things late in the second. 4 for Arnett Gardens. Nothing for Racing United. It's 4-0 and a very comprehensive victory. Arnett Gardens and their faithful going home happy. Racing United going back to the drawing board. What a performance, especially from that young man. Final score from the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. Arnett Gardens 4, Racing United 0.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor.
Good night, coach. Came into this with good form, but unable to get the result tonight. What are your thoughts on your team's performance?
Well, I think the defensive unit was very, very flat, and it gave the first half. Very, very flat.
The team seemed unprepared for the physicality. I noticed they pressed the life out of them, especially in the middle of the park. Did you do anything tactically to adjust?
I think, as I said, the defensive unit were very, very poor, and it showed tonight.
Notice also Tajay Grant tended to drop a bit deeper than usual tonight. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think we the offensive trust wasn't there either. We never, I know we don't take three shots to the goal, I know, so we were very, very flat, the offensive trust also.
Unfortunate result tonight, but you guys are still in charge of your own destiny as it relates to a playoff position. No longer in the top 2 spot, but what are your thoughts? What do you have to say to your boys to encourage them?
Well, we just have to, just shrug off this and come again now Thursday in front of us. Have to think about Thursday.
Thanks again, coach.
Yeah, man, thanks.
You don't know what you're missing. It tastes better.
Good night, coach. Resounding victory tonight. Tell us, what were your thoughts on the performance from your team?
I thought tonight we needed this. We gave the boys a real pep talk before the game and asked them to deliver, and they did deliver. I mean, we've been going through some rough patch. We've been ups and downs in the club, but nevertheless, the boys promised us that this round we're going to go all the way.
Of course, you mentioned that you guys were going in a rough patch on no wins in the last 5 prior to this one, but what do you think this will do to not just lift the team's spirits, but the spirits of the fans who have been wanting a good run of form?
I mean, definitely, we, as you can see, in the stands is not really full, and we hope that we can fill the stands every time we play. And with games like these, we're sure to know that the fans are going to come out a little bit more.
And for those who may not be aware, could you spare a thought as to why Rashiki Kelson and Fabian Reed were unavailable tonight?
I mean, I wish not to speak about that. I wish to speak about what happened tonight and the performance the guys put in. I thought they played very well in terms of what we asked them to do, and they did deliver.
And lastly, must say, Giovanni Taylor, for his hat trick today, must be pointed out. What were your thoughts on his game tonight?
I mean, well done for Gio. I mean, there's a lot of work for him to be done. So I just hope he will keep grounded and keep scoring goals.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks much.
Congratulations, Gio. Man of the match tonight, man of the hour. How do you feel scoring your first hat trick in professional football?
Well, obviously I feel good, but it's all hard work from the guys, from the training, so I feel good.
Of course, that's your 6th goal, I believe, of the season, and you're just 18 years old. What makes you so confident even at this level of football?
Well, confidence is two persons give me the confidence, my mother and my father, and also Coach Philip. They always tell me, say, just go out there and do my best, and I think it's going to pay off.
And you mentioned coaching. How important was the coaching you also received at the national setup, given that you were one of the best performers in terms of the under-20 qualification campaign just recently?
Well, that kind of boosts my confidence, scoring 4 goals for the U20. So I just carry it over into the Premier League.
And again, congratulations on the hat-trick and the man of the match performance. All the best for the rest of the season, Gio.
Yeah, thanks.
Full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste. Better chicken. CB chicken. Taste way better. Air chilled chicken. Taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken. It tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, Open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes